Okay, this is a Flash and Photoshop integration lesson, and I'm going to show you how to create a Flash application that actually has a background scrolling. So you can actually create a lot of things with a scrolling background. Right now, I'm going to leave the code as only scrolling within the horizontal axis. But you can actually change the code later, which you're encouraged to allow it to also scroll upwards and downwards, right? So notice that when the mouse moves over a certain line, right, it starts to move, and if it goes further, it's moving quicker. How do you accomplish that? Through ActionScript. See, faster, slower, faster, slower, right? There's a threshold involved, and it's basically simple algebra. There's also a button that has 3 states. Okay, over, outside of the button, over, click. Okay, that's associated with some sounds and with the info panel showing. So there's also scripts involved. So what do we need? We need a background that's with the crabs, a fancy banner also done in Photoshop. And notice that the banner is transparent. Okay, notice also that the background of the button is transparent. How do you do that in Photoshop? Okay, we're going to show this to you. 3 images for the button, an info panel, okay, and 2 ActionScript files. One to move the background, one for the button, okay, to show the info panel. So let's get started. What do we have here? We have a background, okay, that's prepared beforehand, but we're going to create the banner. We've got 3 sounds and 2 scripts over here. So we're going to create the button, the background, the button and the fancy panel. Okay, so first thing first, let's go to Flash. I'm going to create a new Flash ActionScript 3 file and sort of scroll it a little bit, zoom it a little bit further out, check the document, 550 pixel by 400, you can name it if you like. And we're going to make the background maybe of a different color, but it doesn't matter really because we're going to have a background layer on that. So for this layer I'm going to name it background, and I'm going to create another layer called the info panel. Okay, create another layer called the button, and another layer called the banner. Okay, so whatever is at the bottom is at the bottom. Okay, this is very logical. Whatever is on top will cover what's at the bottom. So let's import the few files that we have and create the other ones in Photoshop. We're going to import the stage. Okay, and let's go to lectures. Okay, worksheets. Okay, we're going to import the background. Control click the other ones. Okay, the 3 sound files. Okay, we'll leave that too because that's only for teaching purposes. Okay, it's importing now. So we have the background at a certain location, and we have 3 files, the picture file here. Now I need to make the background, convert it to a symbol of a movie clip, so that make the registration point axis at the center, so that I can actually move the movie clip. Okay, once it's there, I'm gonna, because it's larger than my stage area, so what I'm gonna do is to switch this off. That's the eye, okay, and show the ruler so that I can actually see the edges of the stage. That makes things easier. Switch it back on, and what I want to do is to put this at the center. Okay, well, an approximate center, okay, of that. So That's yeah, if I put, okay, that should be, yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to create buttons, right, to put into the buttons layer. But let's first save this. Always save your file. I'm gonna name it integration between Photoshop and Flash. Okay, now that it's saved, let's get back to let's go to Photoshop, right? So let's create a button. I want the button to be around 120 pixel and a square button over 120. Make sure you have a transparent background, because when you import that to Flash, okay, your background has to be transparent to make a really nice button. Yes, it's big enough. So let's start creating. Maybe I'd like to make a shape, a custom shape of this type. Okay, so that's how we create. Okay, press shift, you're going to have it to scale, and I'm going to apply some layer styles to it. Firstly, drop shadow. I'm going to put bevel, even a stroke color, an orange color perhaps. Okay, that is inside. Okay, you can fill it up with patterns if you like, but let's not. Okay, we'll go to the depth, and I'm gonna increase the, okay, make it really nice. Okay, make it 3D, right? And we can change the color of the center to maybe a light blue. Okay, so that makes a very nice button. The shadow needs to be shown, so that's why I don't want it to be at the bottom, because you are covering the shadows. So let's make it that way. I can input text to it. Okay, perhaps you know, number 10, a button number 10. Move it to the center, and add a few things also. Okay, maybe a stroke of 10. Okay, and that looks good. So this is the first state, that's the up state. So what I do now is to save this, okay, as a PNG file. Okay, the reason we don't want to save it as a JPEG file is that the PNG file has an alpha channel, so the background will be transparent. So that's the up state button. Okay, I'm going to save it. Okay, so what we do now is to create the second button, but let's basically just change the color. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm going to change the color to a darker shade when you move your mouse over, so that then that becomes a PNG file called